What is going on, interwebs? Today we are playing some Deathtrap World of Helsing. This is a tower defense game slash action thing. You'll see when we get into it. This actually came out Friday. It is free with gold right now. It's the January free with gold. It came out Friday. I just found it when I was going through the store. The funny thing is, it came out Friday and it was discounted the entire price. So you technically could have got the free with gold in January on December 30th, but oh well. There are skill trees, there's skills for you, and then there's skills for your traps. Kinda generic skill trees, you know, you complete challenges to unlock new traps, like this one, deal so much ice damage, you get a new trap. You kill so many undead, you get a new trap. You can only unlock more traps by completing more maps. Map or trap tiers anyway. It's not too difficult to beat the maps. As you can see, or could have seen, I have cleared the first 3 on 3-star, so it's not too hard. You can craft equipment, but you have to find the schematics through beating the maps, and that's completely random. You can buy gear, you get gear at the end of the level. Treasure chests pop up, you'll see. But we're gonna beat this one on tier 3. Or level 3. Hardest difficulty, whatever. This map is heavy with armored. I will tell you now, if you're playing this for yourself, this map is heavy with armored. You only need a couple fire towers, because there are some hordes. But on this map, you basically want things that do damage versus armored, like the razor trap. You see it's strong against armored types. You want some of those. You want, the lightning tower, but you want a couple fire ones too, again because there's a few hordes. They're not in mass, so you don't need to technically worry about them as much. What you really want to hunker down on is armor defense, because there are a lot of armored enemies, and when you get to the golems, it's a real huge pain in the tits. There are 3 classes, I guess I should mention that. There are 3 classes you can choose from. There's the hunter, marksman type deal, which is what I'm using. There's a mercenary, which is basically your melee user, and then there's a wizard, which is a magic user. I don't know the other 2 skill sets. Did not mean to activate that skill. B for the hunter is entropy, which increases your poison or dot damage, dot being damage over time. I did not mean to press B. I was trying to close the menu, but I pressed it too many times. So that was a waste. As you can see, there are some hordes, nothing too over the top. I'm about to get invaded over here. Once the armored enemies start coming out in mass, you don't really need to worry about horde defenses. I would sell... See, there's a golem right there. See how quick the saw blade just cuts right through him? I would sell the horde things right around boss wave, because that's when they stop doing horde so much. I'm gonna sell this gun and turn it into a saw blade, because I mean, you're really gonna need the armored defense. I always make the... I don't know what type of trap it is. There's different types of traps, but I always make these traps acid geysers. I could make it the spike trap, which is just spikes shoot up through the floor when something steps on it.
Need some more essence.
It does more damage, but the poison trap, the acid geyser, makes enemies more susceptible to physical damage. So couple that with the saw blades, with the armored enemies, or the lightning towers. As you see, I put a lightning tower right behind the acid geyser. That is a significant combo that you can unleash. Not entirely sure what the other skills are for the other classes, but the Y for the hunter increases the amount of essence traps make for kills. Not all traps, just traps in the general vicinity of when you use, of where you use the skill. So if I used it right now, the trap to my left, or now it's in front of me. Okay, if I used it now, the trap to my left and trap to my right would be the only ones affected. This is the shit I'm talking about, these fucking armored. And this is a magical armored, so it's even worse. Though it's a giant, so having my machine gun kind of helped a little bit. The machine gun right here next to these archers. The machine guns are good against giants. But the thing is, that also had armor, so... I'm just gonna make this shit armored defense because the hordes are so weak that they should be dead before they even get here. The only things that should get this far are armored enemies, so I'm just stacking against armored. And even if the horde got here, they would be so weak that I could kill them myself. This is an interesting game. I mean, it's miles better than that shitty fucking Van Helsing game that they had for free a few months ago. That fucking made my... Oh. Oh man, I'm so glad I had that fire tower there. I almost fucking botched this level because something almost made it into my portal. I saw it like on the side of the screen. Something almost made it to the portal and then it got blown up by a fire tower. Oh my god, I wasn't paying attention to the map.
These traps and essence.
What the fuck was I saying? I want these golems dead quickly, so that's why I used my entropy skill. Oh, the other Van Helsing game. The other Van Helsing game was fucking terrible. And it made my Xbox have a fucking stroke. It was terrible.
Here we go. Everything is ready. I'm running out of essence. I'm out of essence.
You can't teleport using the ink stations. And also on some maps there are special types of enemies that are in ghost form, meaning you can't damage them between waves, but during the wave you can actually kill them, and they sometimes, well, they always drop a key if you kill the boss. You'll know it's the boss, or when you kill them all, I guess. But killing them all, or killing the boss of them, you get a key. And with the key, you get an extra chest at the end of the level. Now, depending on how many things there are to kill, you might get multiple keys. You might get like a silver key, a gold key, and a copper key. That gives you more chests at the end of the level, which you can get extra gear. And sometimes the gear in those extra chests are better than the gear that you would normally get from the basic chests for just beating the level. But when it comes down to it, it's kind of a multitasking type deal. You have to trust that your traps will do enough damage to kill the shit trying to get into your portals. Trying to get into that gateway thing here in the middle. So that you can actually take the time to run off and go kill that shit. Now, if you're in co-op, it is significantly easier, I'm assuming. Because you got people focusing on mobs and they can call out when they need help or something. But in single player, you have to weigh pros and cons. You have to be like, oh, is it worth going after? Or do I just want to clear the stage, get the 3-star, then try to get the extra shit? I fucking hate this boss. He freezes your traps. He does huge damage too. Look at that. A quarter of my health is gone. I really don't want to fail now that I'm recording. I haven't had a problem so far. I just activated entropy just to do a little... Oh, fuck me. Okay. Just to do a little extra damage, I should have converted that fire tower into a fucking lightning one. Damn it. Oh, come on. Please just fucking die. Oh, he's a giant type. It says he has armor, but he's also a giant type. You have to go by the type. Like, they have a symbol next to their health bar. You have to go by that, not what the shit says underneath them.
Level completed.
I killed him anyway, but I should have had turrets up, because he's technically a giant. Even though it said he had armor. Anyway, I got 3 stars. That's fucking... that was my goal.
Victory.
Now here's the chest you get at the end. It has a small amount of gold and some random items. There are rarity tiers. It's not a terrible game, but... I mean, you can't really complain, it's free. And it's by far the best tower defense game that they've had for free. I know Defense Grid 2 or whatever was one. I wasn't a fan of it. This is actually mildly entertaining. It's a cool little game just to play with your friends or whatever. I'm checking my loot. That hat is okay, but I'm gonna keep the one I'm using. That sucks. I did get this legendary gear from an extra chest. But that's gonna do it for this video, guys. Drop a like if you liked the video, subscribe if you're new, and until next time, probably later today, I'll see you later.